For me, I think it's an integral part of the football club. I think over the years it's shown that it's where really talented boys come from. It's fed into the first team for a number of years, but there's also lots of really good people come out of Blackburn Rovers Academy, and for the community here in Lancashire, I think it's a really important part of the football club.
I just think it's a really good place for a young player to be, and you know, the biggest factor in any youth teams, academies, I think you've got to have managers historically that are prepared to put the lads in the team. And I think if you have a really good solid foundation of an academy in a football club, and then you pair that with managers that are prepared to give young players a chance, I think you have a really good makeup.
It's that pathway through to the first team which has generally been quite clear to see, because you can see it every Saturday when you look at the team sheet. So you know that is a huge draw and a huge sell, and ultimately we've a proven track record of players progressing all the way through our system and having really good careers in the game.
It's an incredible achievement. I think it's something that can't be taken too lightly, to keep producing these players over and over again who have the ability and the quality to go on and have a career, whether it's in Blackburn's first team or somewhere else. I think that's testament to the club. It's testament to how they've adapted over the years and not stalled. You know, football moves quickly, and I think Blackburn is a club that really does that well, where they can, you know, adapt with the times, adapt with the way the game's going, and ultimately it's an incredible achievement and one that should be really proud of.
Yeah, I've always known about it, obviously even coming through, you know, myself, you know, playing against the players coming through the academy and playing in the first team when I was playing, you know, it was all very evident to see. And then the players coming in as the head coach, you know, seeing the development of Buckley and John Costello, them kind of players, you know, it's fantastic, and this club's all about producing their own players, and the history is there for everyone to see. And, you know, it's something that we should all be very proud of, and it's something that we've got to continue doing.
Obviously, we are a Category 1 academy, so we're the highest tier of academy in English football. But I think probably the key to success is we're surrounded by some huge football clubs, the 2 Manchester clubs, the 2 Liverpool clubs, but we haven't maybe got the money that those huge clubs have got. So we have to do things a little bit differently. We're a real family-orientated club, real family-orientated academy. We probably have a smaller team of staff than some of those huge clubs, and I think that's kind of created like an optimum level of success for us, because everyone knows each other. We're a really tight-knit team of academy staff. And I think that's really helped with the success, but obviously still getting all those benefits of being a Cat 1 club, the unbelievable games programme, you know, the level of opposition that we play week in, week out. So I think the mix of those two things, not being too big, but also having the level of resource, has kind of created that success for us, really.
Back in the day, you know, from Jim Fennell, Rob Kelly, Bobby Downs, you know, all the youth coaches at the time, you know, I think that the environment that was created for us and we created as for ourselves was second to none, really. And I think that showed, you know, for the amount of academy players and the effort for a club like, you know, Blackburn, for our club to get to the U Cup finals on a few occasions, it you know, speaks volumes, really. And again, the amount of players that the club have brought through the system is a real credit, not just to the lads themselves for obviously getting there themselves, but for all the youth coaches that have played a part in their you know, careers to get to that point.
I think back to when I was a 15-year-old boy living in Ireland, and the big draw was my parents felt the warmth when we came to the club. You know, the lodge being on site, and the boys and the family feel was what really drew us to Blackburn over other clubs that we were going to at the time. And yeah, the warmth of the staff, and you know, the likes of Dawn and Donna, and you know, when they came in, they felt welcomed, and not sterile like maybe some places may feel, and very corporate, very family feel. And that was a real big draw, which I'm pretty sure, you know, still exists now, and we work hard to sort of keep.
Yeah, it's massive for the young players to feel that love, feel that support from the people around them, from the fans, and you know, fans love to see that. They love to see young players coming through, love to see that they're wearing the shirt with pride, and you know, you can see the energy that feeds off from the crowd and the player himself. So yeah, it was no different from when I did it. You know, I could feel that energy and that support, and it's obviously continued because you've continued to bring players through and shine in the first team. Well, I was a Blackburn fan growing up anyway, and my mum and dad were huge fans and used to come to every game, home and away. So for me to sort of transition through the younger age groups in the academy and then actually make my debut in the first team was, you know, a dream come true. You know, I support Blackburn. I always followed Blackburn even when I moved on to United, and always looking out for the scores and the players and the signings and stuff. So listen, it gave me an unbelievable platform to go on and have a good career. And, you know, I'm very grateful and thankful for that.
I don't think some people think the amount of times like you train every week, how many times I've come over the last 10 years to Brockhall to train week in, week out, it'll be loads. And then you've got all the other people helping you, sort of the gym-based stuff, physios, analysts, nutrition, all the people in the office, receptions. It's a big sort of process, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the background to sort of give you the best chance to try and make it as a footballer. And yeah, I couldn't speak highly enough of Blackburn and the academy. I think it's a really good academy for youngsters coming through, and yeah, it's a good environment, definitely.
Listen, I don't think there's any real major secret. I think at the end of the day, it's about, can we recruit the best possible boys? Can we have them in our system for as long as possible? You know, the likes of a John Buckley or an Adam Wharton, or them, you know, they were in our system at 6 years old. You know, that's the dream. Can we get them from 6 all the way through to first team? But if not, can we bring the best talent into our system at any point along the way? And then when they're in our system, it's, like I said before, it's about giving them the best possible support we can, whether it's coaching, whether it's life skills, education, to make them the best possible young man we can at the end. And then hopefully that's enough that they can have a brilliant career in the game, hopefully here or somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's unheard of, really. Obviously, the club's really good at bringing academy products through the system, and for doing it for so long, it shows, especially for young lads, that it's a great opportunity to progress through the system. Obviously, there's quite a few in the squad at the moment, so it's really good for the club. Obviously, everyone works really hard. Like I said, I've seen a lot of coaches come and go as well, but the hours they put in, like I seen Darragh Tuffy here this morning. He was my under 14s and under 15s coach. So, and he's still here, like, trying to help the younger groups. So it's definitely, everyone obviously puts the work in, even receptionists, people like that down the bottom, and obviously up here as well.
For me, coming through the academy, I felt like there was no egos, and they do very well to keep us grounded, and that shows us in our performances, really, because you can never fault us for effort. And that's what the academy does. Yeah, obviously I come in when I was 15, I'd got released, and it was a fresh start. I've loved every minute of it here, and obviously Trav, Bucko, Scotty were all around my age and played with them through the academy. It's just nice to see everyone doing well and doing all right for themselves.
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's an amazing place to be. You're here and you can get opportunities if you perform, really. Some of the big teams, maybe you'll never ever see a game on the grass, but here it gives you the platform that you can go play well and get in the first team. It gives you a pathway. Blackburn give you a pathway because, like I said, I think it's 700 consecutive games and academy players been played in, so we do rely on the academy sometimes, so it just gives you a massive platform there to go and play well. All the fans like one of our own coming through, which is rightly so, to be honest. But yeah, I come with an age where a few of us made it into the first team, which is fantastic to see. Obviously, you're playing with your friends, and now you're playing with your friends on the Ewood Park.
I think the link to the first team obviously makes it an appealing place to come. Yeah, like you said, 700 games. I don't know how many years that is, but if young lads wanting to get first team football know about that record, they're gonna want to come here. Just the whole environment, the people, everything. It's a special place to come through. I remember my debut. I got there and I didn't know I was actually starting, and I was wrecking myself. Yeah, but no, the feeling after it, you know, you've done well, you've made it to that point, and it just makes you want more and to continue playing.
My debut wasn't the most memorable one out there, you know, to be put on as a sub and be subbed off because of a sending off wasn't great. But you know, my full debut, for instance, at Anfield away, I mean, not many bigger than them in terms of full debuts, but just the you know, the journey there that, you know, you take on it. And not only that, as a local lad as well, and I think we're, you know, for me to come through at my local team, I went to school down the road, I was born in Blackburn, grew up in Great Harwood, for me to get in the first team and go on that journey, I just felt that, you know, the connection you have with the supporters is a huge thing as well, you know, so, you know, really grateful for all that as well.
You know, words can't really describe how important my time at Blackburn was. You know, I remember all my coaches, I remember the days and the games and the ups and the downs and the peaks and the troughs, and I always had that network around me here to pick me up when I needed to and to praise me when I needed to, and I had everything here, and to, like I said, to play and make my debut for the first team and play a big part for a couple of seasons here for in the Premier League was an incredible moment and feeling that, you know, I'll never forget.
The feeling is unbelievable, and everyone here is so proud and gets such a buzz when a boy makes his debut and then when they continue to play in the first team. It's a really proud moment for everyone, and I think it really is a team effort. Everybody's involved. If we haven't got everyone all pushing in the right direction, it's not going to be possible to get them boys through. So yeah, it's a proud moment for everyone, and everyone really does feel it. That's ultimately why we do the job, to be honest.
In terms of, is there pressure to do it? Yeah, I guess there is, because ultimately if the academy's not producing players, then ultimately we're not doing what we're aiming to do. So luckily we've obviously had a real strong tradition in bringing boys through to the first team, and a lot of appearances and squad inclusions. So, you know, hopefully we can continue in that vein, really.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm really fortunate to have known Jack and what he felt about the academy. So you know, the way the club's carried that on, you know, I think it's a massive part of the club, you know, both to create, you know, and produce all the players, but also like the financial aspect of being able to sell certain players for a lot of money that can be, you know, reinvested back into the academy and the club to you know, to keep it going and keep Blackburn Rovers a really good, solid club that keeps producing these players time and time again. It's not luck. It's a lot of hard work from everyone that works here.
For it to be the 700th game, it's a really big achievement for the club, and I don't think it should be underestimated, especially like the EFL, things like that. I think it's a big thing.
Yeah, it makes me extremely proud to be a part of this club. Yeah, it's just an amazing place to play football, and to know I've been here for so long, it means a lot to me. Yeah, it's an unbelievable achievement. It shows the amount of talent that the academy are bringing through, because it's not easy to get into a first team squad, never mind to have 700 with someone from their own academy in it. I think it just shows how good the academy is, and that pathway to the first team, and how good it can be for any young player.
I think it's massively important, and I think especially, well, I believe this, when you come through an academy, you play for the badge as well. You're not just playing for yourself. So I believe that Blackburn gave me a chance, so that's why I play everything for the badge.
Definitely here at Blackburn, I think you've got that chance to go from 16, 18 football, reserve football, to the first team, and I think it's probably better than maybe other clubs. But no, it's a good academy to be at, definitely.
it's a wonderful club, it's a great family club, and like I said, they're renowned for producing good players, and they've continued to do that throughout the years, and you know, that's why you see a lot of academy graduates making their first team debut. We've just got to keep believing in what we do. We've got to keep selling what we do. You know, like I said before, we're a family-orientated club. We really look after the boys. We really look after their families, and we've just got to keep showing people that there's a pathway into our first team. Keep this run of games going on, of academy graduates in the squad, and yeah, I think just selling what we're really, really good at, and I think that will continue. Well, it works. That's the biggest thing. It's actually, you know, the history has shown us that this academy produces players for our first team. So, you know, we have to keep that going.